Okay, so regarding this pole flip, regarding this cosmic reset, I talked about an astral black hole, but what if it's more than that? What if it's this sort of magnetic or plasma or simply just this Gaian black hole or portal? Because Earth has this sort of
Toroidal.
toroidal sort of thing going on because of its magnetic field, right? It has this rotating core which generates this magnetic field, and it has that same sort of toroidal shape to it. Okay, and this website here called "A Black Hole is a Waterfall of Space." Um, they talk about how a black hole sort of really functions and how it's like more like light, you know, functioning like a waterfall, um, or it's just like a waterfall of space, okay? And they have this sort of specific black hole, this rotating black hole, right? And it has this same sort of toroidal shape to it, okay? And they say that the Earth is rotating faster, which would, make our field even more have this sort of toroidal shape to it. And it has that same vibe as a sort of rotating black hole. Okay. And they say our magnetic field is weakening. Okay. Could it be because it's being sort of stretched out in this sort of toroidal shape, right? If it's being stretched out, it's going to weaken in a sense, right? Is it because there's this sort of natural process where this sort of rotating black hole type of thing occurs? Because when they talk about wormholes, right? If it were to occur, it would be connected to some this type of black hole. Okay, basically, this black hole can function like a wormhole, right? Where you can basically portal to a different place in a universe or to like a different universe or that type of thing. Okay. Well, it seems like this sort of process or this occurrence is, happening right now. Okay. In this almost sort of access Mundi type of way, right? Cultures from all around the world have this sort of access Mundi, right? Or world tree, which, right, you travel up and down this tree like some type of portal to these different realms of Earth. Okay. So it seems like this, you know, we're about to travel through this sort of world tree and this sort of natural occurrence, this sort of, Gaian portal, this Gaian gateway. Okay. And what's also interesting about that, right? So a black hole is a waterfall of space. Well, this is all connected to the sort of, double X eclipses, right? And that last eclipse, it's going to go over Niagara Falls. Okay. And I feel like this is sort of reflecting this occurrence. Okay. This, geared up portal because, right? So if we're like in this Lake Erie area, us sort of entering this, right? I said we're entering this ergosphere, which is why things are starting to become sort of, unusual. Okay. And then on March 23rd, 2023, that's when I said that we would enter this sort of horizon, right? And that these horizons sort of distort space time, and that's why things are sort of acting sort of unusual. It's like these time periods, these timelines are, collapsing and crashing into each other and distorting and converging. Okay. Like people have been saying that this cosmic reset is supposed to happen in, the future, but if if the space time continuum is sort of distorting and bending and converging, the future is now. Okay, and so is the past. It's like things are converging into this sort of here and now vibe in a sense. Okay, but again, this is sort of reflecting in a sense because it's like, so in a sense we're in Lake Erie and we're coming to this Niagara River. Okay, that's entering this ergosphere, right? And when you enter this river, that's when the speed picks up, and it feels like things are sort of accelerating. Okay, and there's more sort of discord because of that, rushing river type of vibe, right? So if you're going here, then you reach Niagara Falls, right? That's sort of falling into a black hole type of thing. Okay, falling into this wormhole. Okay, and then there's this there's a whirlpool at the end of this. After you go over Niagara Falls, there's this whirlpool. Okay, that basically rotates clockwise, right? Or what they call Windershins. Okay, so again, it has this sort of portal sort of energy, right? And you know, it's counterclockwise, and people have been describing things as feeling like everything's upside down. Well, that would turn things right side up, right? Um, in a sense, and it's like connected to undoing. It's a sort of, portal type of um, vibe. Okay, so I believe what is occurring is that some type of natural process or occurrence which all these different cultures knew about, where our planet can operate or generate a portal, a gateway, and it's natural down to, to the core of the planet and that type of thing. Okay. So I believe we are about to, enter, this world tree. We're about to, write this rainbow bridge, and they talk about how there's rainbows always at, you know, why is there always a rainbow at Niagara Falls? Okay, um, because it's a mirror.